Hey, I'm Sherry, and I want to show you some quick and easy ways that you can disinfect your makeup. Whether you've been sick or you feel like someone else may have used your makeup products, if you share space with another female or you've had company or something like that. These are great ways for you to quickly make sure that your tools are sanitized, disinfected, and ready to use so that you don't pass any infection onto yourself, of course, right? So if you'll hold on 1 second, I will start the tutorial. So today is about the tools. Okay, for example, when you have products near your eyes, you really have to be careful if you ever get an eye infection, whether it's pink eye, whether it's a sty, anything like that. You really want to make sure that you are disinfecting your products. And I'm sure you've probably heard, right? People say never share mascara, never share eyelash curlers, don't share eye pencils. But maybe you're in a situation where you feel like you have to offer it to someone. Maybe you're at a dressy event and a girlfriend doesn't have something and she's begging, oh, please, can I borrow? I just need some lip liner or eyeliner, or, whatever the product is. And you know better, but you do it anyway because you think, oh, one time it won't hurt. These are tips that you can use to help get the products back to a sanitary state for you, to a disinfected state. So I'm going to show you different things like eyelash curlers. Maybe you use, I love the metal mascara comb. If you don't have a metal mascara comb, toss away those plastic combs. This is a game changer. A metal comb works so much better. And even if you have something like this has a little case on it, you would also want to disinfect the case. I'm going to show you how to do this stuff in a minute. Anything that would go near your eyes or possibly have any bacteria with them. Let me see what other eye tools I have here. Oh, a sharpener, for your pencils. You can clean these as well. I also have these little gadgets, like if my brows get too crazy, I can tame them down a little bit with a little scissor cut kind of thing. And also, let's just talk about, whether it's a spoolie or a brow pencil of some kind. These are really easy. So what I talked about the other day was if you go to the travel section at like Walmart or Target or, a Walgreens or CVS or something like that, you can usually get little spray bottles. Now, this is my daughter's rose spray for her face. But you know what? You can also, when a product is empty, save the spray bottle in case you need it. It's wonderful for something like this. All you're going to need is some alcohol, and you can put the alcohol right into your spray bottle, and you can certainly spray something like this. You may want to spray it, right? But you can also get a bowl. I also use caps from some of my other products as some of my best things for either washing out a simple makeup brush or disinfecting a tool if I need to. Also a great way, like for example, something like this. Now, the great thing about eyelash curlers is if you can buy them where they have replacement rubber strips, that's a great way to keep them clean and not building up with bacteria as well. But instead of maybe just soaking it into, like this is a pretty rose gold, and I don't know if the finish is going to get damaged or compromised. I really like the way it looks. I know that's totally silly, but you can see my background, right? I like sparkly things. Instead of maybe soaking this in something, which you could totally do, I would probably choose to soak a Q-tip, and then I could cover all of the areas and saturate it really well and make sure that the disinfectant is getting all over my tool. Or you could saturate a cotton round, right, with your spray or just tipping over your bottle onto this. And then you could rub all of the places that you need to for your item and let it air dry. If it's something that you're really worried about, you could certainly give it multiple coatings, let it, spray it or saturate it, let it dry, and then maybe an hour later, give it another go around just to make sure you didn't miss any spots. For something like my brush, I would probably spray it. I could also get in with the Q-tip and make sure that I'm getting all of the area around it to disinfect it. This is really important also. If you keep your products near a toilet, where a toilet is flushing, and I won't go into the reasons because I'm sure that you can probably figure them out or already know, right? There's so many germs in a bathroom anyway. But then also you have sprays like hairsprays and dry shampoos and heat protectants and fine powder from, I love translucent powder, so I'm always cleaning up fine powder from the bathroom counter. Things like that that will also help bacteria stick to your products if they're covered in makeup, or the hairspray gets on and then a layer of the fine powder, and then it just continues to build and build, and you don't want that buildup on your products. Another thing you can do when you have, say, the little pencil sharpener is use the Q-tip, right? And then you can get in and do all of the cleaning that way. Spraying is great for places where you can't get into that. But even with your brushes, right? When you have all the different brushes that you use, it's real easy. Now, you could spray them, but what I would recommend for brushes, for really making sure they're disinfected, especially if you would have any kind of a skin outbreak, if you have the flu, or heaven forbid the coronavirus, or anything that is really contagious. And I don't know that they really know if with COVID-19, if you can catch it again. I think the scientists are still sort of trying to figure that out. Even if you have the antibodies, how long do they last? So anything that would be considered contagious, I would take the brushes and you can spray your alcohol spray over, say, a paper towel, and then brush them back and forth multiple times to make sure that you're getting any bacteria that would be stuck to the outside. I don't know that I would want to soak brushes in an alcohol. You could do it, but the problem is so many brushes have an adhesive of some kind that holds your brushes together, and you don't want the alcohol to start dissolving that, right? And so when you go to put your foundation on and you're doing your makeup, now you're leaving bristles behind because all of the pieces are starting to come apart. And so I don't want you to ruin the integrity of the products, of the tools that you have already, because it costs money, right? To start building up all the different tools in your collection, just like a toolkit. It's a makeup and beauty toolkit. So I want to make sure that you're doing things that also protect the value and your investment in your toolkit, right? So those are some ways you can do it. Also think about, though, if you use, any of the Flawless kind of products, whether it's the Peach Fuzz Flawless, which is a wonderful thing. Have you tried that? I love it. But they also have these little tiny, like Peach Fuzz products also. If you have any kind of a breakout on your skin, you would want to disinfect these as well. Same thing with any tweezers. Something like this, I wouldn't hesitate at all to put this into a little empty cap upside down and then put a little bit of alcohol in there. Don't forget your lip brushes, right? Because how many things that are contagious are spread through the mouth. So make sure your lip brushes or lip liners, anything like that, is disinfected. If you saw the video I did a few days ago, I talked about how to disinfect lip products like lip pencils and lipsticks and so forth. Very, very good to know about that as well. And also something like a sponge. You're going to want to make sure that you're washing these. You can clean them. There's all kinds of homemade recipes that you can do with a little bit of olive oil or a little bit of baby shampoo or even a little bit of vinegar to clean out, to get product off some of these if you don't have a good makeup cleaner on hand. But then also with the alcohol, you can then disinfect it as well if there's any kinds of germs or virus that you're afraid of. Could have been on your hands. And that's the other thing to think about, right? It's not just what's touching our face or our eyes or our nose or mouth or anything, but also our hands. So we want to make sure that we're keeping everything disinfected that way as well. I don't remember if I talked about this the other day, but you can always take your mascara brush out. You can rinse it under hot and soapy water. You can disinfect it. I can't promise you if you had an eye infection. I can't promise whether there's bacteria. This is an old one. I don't use this anymore. This stuff's horrible. It's my demonstration mascara, so I'm certainly not promoting this. But what I'm saying is you can always disinfect the brush. I can't guarantee that if you have an eye infection of any kind that there isn't some kind of bacteria that was already transferred from your brush to your product. but you can always disinfect your brush as well, and that's an option. My daughter has a great hack, and when she finds a mascara brush, she's tried like 20 different mascaras. When she finds a brush that she likes, she will keep it and use it on any other tube of mascara that she gets. Just because you have a mascara with a brush that comes with it doesn't mean that that's the only way to use your mascara. So there's an extra tip that I wasn't planning on telling. I hope you have a great day. Bye.